Hello, it's July 2014 and I have been on Sustanon for 4 months now. My fourth injection was interesting. I thought I would try something different because if you've looked at my other videos you'll notice that the injections usually hurt a lot, and I thought I'd figured out why. When the nurse injects me I'm usually standing, and although I'm got my weight on my supporting leg, I thought perhaps maybe I wasn't as relaxed as I should be, so when I was being injected I was still a bit tense. So I decided I'd lay down this time, and I thought I'd cracked it until the next morning when I had a big lump in my backside, and the big lump stayed for about 5 days and it was red and hot and possibly a bit of an infection. So in all fairness, that may just have been a bit of bad luck, but we'll have to see. I'm going to lay down for the next one and see how that goes. I thought I'd cracked it, as I said, but it was probably just as painful as my very first injection. The changes, probably sort of mentally and emotionally, I am a lot calmer, happier in myself, a lot more level-headed, don't react quite so, I was going to say aggressively, I'm not sure if I was aggressive, although some people who know me might say I was. I'm just a little bit more logical about things and just generally calmer and happier in myself. So that's all, very positive changes. Physically, I'm still enjoying the strength, the additional strength that Sustanon is giving me. I wasn't able to work out last week, but as soon as I started working out this week, the muscles are responding. It's really good, very positive, and I want to build more and more, and just see how far I can take it. I don't want to get too big, but at the moment, I've still got a lot of room for improvement. My voice is continuing to get deeper. I've noticed over the last week or so since my injection that it's more like a young lad whose voice is breaking. It can be reasonably deep and then really stupidly high. Not back to how I used to be, but almost squeaky instead. I'm hoping again, just as I have more injections, that will just carry on going down, but I quite enjoy the sound of it in my head at the moment. My hair growth has increased. I've got darker hairs on my arm, although only one or two spread throughout my arm, but they're significantly darker. I've got blonde hairs on my arm at the moment, but there's the odd one or two coming through dark. I've got more hair on my thighs. I've got more hair coming around here. I spoke to someone who's a trained barber and got a little bit of advice on shaving. So always shave down, don't ever shave up. If you want to avoid that sort of shadow look, or I think they called it a blue beard. So men that've been shaving for years, and you can always see the shadow, doesn't matter if they're freshly shaved or not. That's apparently a blue beard, and if you want to avoid that, always shave down. So that's what I'm going to do. And I suppose the other thing is, yes, I have seen changes in my libido, and as I've said from my last update, my clitoris has grown. I'm a lot more aware of it just every day. Wearing jeans, it's very noticeable. Not a bad thing, it's not stopping me doing anything or getting in the way. I'm actually quite, it's a good change. So yeah, all things going pretty well. I did have another gender identity clinic appointment, and that was just an update to see how I was getting on. We discussed why I was getting very sensitive skin immediately after the injections, why I'm getting the injection pain, and whether I can start self-injecting. They're going to have to go away and look into those things. it doesn't look likely I'll be able to self-inject. I only have to have it once a month, so it's not a big inconvenience at all. It's just more I like to be independent. But the main thing from the gender identity clinic was researching chest surgeons. I wasn't expecting it, and it was really exciting to start thinking that I might be able to start looking into the whole process. So he asked whether that's what I wanted to do. Absolutely. He did give me a name, and going online, having a look at photographs and seeing some good results. Andrew Yellman down in Brighton seems to be a pretty good option. But also, in fairness, I've found it quite difficult to find many other. I'm based in Kent, so Brighton's really close anyway. So I'm really excited about that. You know, that will be amazing to start thinking that they're going to go. Did make it real. You know, you've got one opportunity to make sure it's a good job. So, you know, fingers crossed he's a good surgeon and yeah, good results. But I contacted the surgery via the internet and just asked for some advice if there's anything I could do to prepare myself for surgery. It wouldn't be until March, April next year. And as long as you're not going to lose significant weight or gain significant weight, which hopefully I haven't and I shouldn't, then you know you're pretty much ready to go. So I'm going to continue to just exercise and eat as healthily as I can, and fingers crossed it's all good. So not loads to report, but at the same time some significant changes as far as looking at chest surgery. My next appointment at the clinic isn't until December, and that's when they'll really start talking about the chest surgery in earnest. So all good news. I shall keep you updated. Until then, take care.